we have Ben Schoenebeck, so give him a round of applause. Hey, how y'all doing? I figure it's topical, it's timing. I was going to start my set with a joke about the Packers, but unfortunately the 2010-2011 Packers are not a team you joke about because they're going to the Super Bowl! I remember the last time we went to the Super Bowl, I was in social studies class. It was in 8th grade, and my teacher was telling me, he's like, hey, quit horsing around in here, quit joking around, you gotta know this stuff. This is the stuff you need to know. Like, I can't even tell you the last time I needed to pull this information from my brain, like, where is Turkey on a map? Every day type of thing. Who's the 23rd president of the United States of America? But I did learn a few things. I did learn a few things from the class. The class was not wasted on me. I did learn that it was Captain John Smith who tied a key to a kite, took it out into a lightning storm, which was actually called Desert Storm. He rode on a horse 40 miles along the Trail of Tears to the Alamo to warn everyone that 3 ships were coming. It was the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. The Nina was on land, and the Pinta and Santa Maria were still at sea. And then when he got to the Alamo, he was really far from home, so he hopped on a bus to come back home, but Rosa Parks wouldn't give up her seat, so he called the cops. And then the cops came and took her to jail, and then he was all full up with public transit, so he bought a Model T and he drove back to his home at the White House, and then chopped down a cherry tree. So, mine like a steel trap right here. Yeah, so joke's on him. Ha, teacher. Anyway, yeah, the other thing, there are a few sayings that get me, a few sayings in the English language. I was teaching over in Korea last year, and it's hard, like, there are things you just kind of pass up, and you don't notice them until when you say them, everyone looks at you like you're crazy. Like, mine like a steel trap, that's one thing, maybe they can understand that, that's something they might get. Other, like a penny saved is a penny earned, that one makes sense. But one of my favorites is soft as a baby's bottom. I don't understand how they came to this conclusion. Like, if it's just a scientist in his lab with his clipboard, and he's like, all right, let's see, soft as a pineapple? Nope. Here, why don't you take this baby's diaper off? Ooh, okay. Let's take this old man's diaper off. Kind of wrinkly. Meanwhile, the old man's like, hey, quick, grab my moneymaker. That's how my grandpa talks. He's up and with the times. Old people, I love laughing. I have to be careful how I word this. With old people? Let's say I laugh with old people. I love laughing with old people because they have a wealth of knowledge, but they don't know how to give it to you. I learned 2 things from my grandparents. My one grandpa, he had one rule that he passed on to me: always wave at people pushing wheelbarrows. And if you don't understand that now, wait till the next time someone waves at you when you're pushing a wheelbarrow. And my other grandpa taught me, always go on amber. He was a big advocate for jetting through yellow lights. He never liked to be stopped at a red light, and that's kind of how he drove everywhere. I remember one time I was in like 6th grade or something, and he was coming from Oconto. He drove to Green Bay, and when he got here, he started ranting and raving about this guy who was riding his front bumper the entire way here. Like, I can just picture, like, hey, move it! Quit driving so close! While he's riding the accelerator like 1 foot behind. And the other thing, the news gets me every once in a while. I like watching the news just for how silly it can be. A few years ago, when all these roundabouts started popping up like dandelions, I saw a news piece of this lady. She was out in the field and she was doing a report on how to use a roundabout. Like, I don't know if it's like calculus. It's not that tough. We all know how to use them. if you don't know how to use them, I don't know how you got here. But a roundabout. So she's in the field. You know, she has her hair and makeup is fabulous, and right behind her is the roundabout, and all these cars are going through, and she's going through a little spiel like, when you come into the roundabout, you need to make sure you go around to the right, and then you circle around until you want to get out. You have to turn on your blinker and then use the exit you're looking for. Thank you. That's not even the punchline yet. You're gonna love this one. So she's like in the middle of her spiel of how to use a roundabout, and in the back there's this old man, and I picture him much like my grandpa. It could have been my grandpa. It was a maroon Buick, so possibly. There's this old man in the middle of her speech, comes flying through, and he goes boom, 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 and then made it on the air. I don't know, like, is nobody in the news station going like, all right, cut, can we try that again? The entire piece is on how to use a roundabout, and if you just flip it on, you're like, got it. This road is straight, that road is straight, as the crow flies. So, anyway, that's it for me. My name's Ben.